everybody. So this is my first live, as in like uncut video, and today I'm gonna be drawing some tarot cards for the guided message for the group, for whoever's watching this. Just because I feel called to do this like guided message kind of thing, and I was thinking about like pivoting my podcast content, because initially it's all about like depression and anxiety, right? But now I kind of like want to share this part of myself where it's like about it's literally like drawing cards and talking about meanings and talking about things that just comes up today, you know, in this reading, because we don't know what's gonna come up, and that's pretty much life, what life is supposed to be like. So whoever is here right now, oops, I think that wants to come out. Whoever is here right now, I hope that you're having a good day, and this message is for you. So Queen of Cups, Strength, the World. Wow. amazing cards. So I think this is like very, you know, feminine energy. I'm just gonna show it right here. Queen of Cups, Strength, see that, and the World. So these three cards are extremely feminine, and that's something really important that I've been feeling in this like new age world, whatever you want to call it. But I guess the wave after COVID is like, you know, how people are just more like aware of mental health, right? And become a bit more soft of like what goes on in the world, and not just thinking like a narrow-minded perspective of like black and white, but we kind of see that in human, like we have different kind of needs. That's not just money, work, you know, and it's not just like showing what we got and achieving. Like we find that happiness and well-being is also other parts of us, and that comes in the form of understanding that we all have feminine energy inside us as well. And I'm saying this because I've gone through like what other people have gone through, depression, sadness, and that's because I've suppressed a lot of my feminine energy inside. And why am I saying feminine energy? It's because of this card, the Queen of Cups. This is like extremely feminine. Queen of Cups is basically a person, and I'm doing this archetypal tarot thing. This is, by the way, I don't do fortune telling tarot. If you're looking for someone to tell you what's going to happen in the future, this is not the channel for you. The type of tarot I do is that I reflect the current energy that I feel with the cards, and with you, whoever is watching this right now, that whatever's coming up is for you to hear right now. And it's not a prediction, it's a reflection, okay? It's a prescription. So the Queen of Cups, her energy is very receptive, very nurturing. And cups is usually like a significant of emotions or connections or relationships. So you think of water, right? Water is an element, and if you have ever watched Elemental, you know that main character, I forgot his name, but it's that guy who just cries with almost everything that happens and laughs. Like he has absolutely no control over his emotions, right? And that's just someone with a lot of water, with a lot of emotions in their personality. Queen of Cups, she is basically the master already, because she's the queen, right? So her archetypal is that she holds space for everybody's emotions. Like she doesn't care if you're broken, she doesn't care if you're jealous, she doesn't care if you have bad intentions, she doesn't care if you're insecure. She will literally let you come like to her and hold you. And when we think about that, who does it resonate in our life? Probably our mother, right? Or maybe sometimes if you have an older sister, they can tend to be like that. Or if you have a very evil older sister, they can be a different way. But anyways, the Queen of Cups, yeah. So I guess, you know, I feel like this is the energy that they're asking us to step into more. Ugh, can't see her, but she's literally like holding a cup right there, and the cup represents like the heart, the connection, their emotions, the like it's hard on the outside, but on the inside it contains the most like valuable thing, which is feelings and emotions. And she's sitting on this like pool of water, which means water, or emotions can be murky, unclear, it can be rocky, it can look scary, you know, but she's unshaken. She's just like, yep, I'm sitting here super solid, just governing all the water across my feet, and you see like the pebbles, they grow under her, so which signifies like growth or nurturing, which I would say that, you know, it's a very masculine thing to come to a friend or to call a friend up and be like, hey, like I have this problem, like I just broke up with my ex and like he's a real shithead, like how should I like get revenge on you, you know? And then like usually if you're a good friend, and you'll be like, hey, I don't think you should do any like revenge type of stuff, you know, it's not a good thing to do. But basically you're giving an advice of like what you should and should not do, which is a very logical thing, and that's also a very masculine thing. But if you want to embody in this Queen of Cup energy, what she would do is she would be like, okay, well, tell me more about why you feel this anger. You know, she wants to hold space for that emotion, which is extremely important. You know, emotions is like almost half of what drives our action, or what regulates with our thought. So in this world, the current world that is very professional, very business wise, everyone's like asking for my LinkedIn. You know, nobody really asks me how I feel on a normal basis, which I think should be the standard world international question for like just meeting any stranger, like how are you feeling, okay? But anyways, in this world where like professionalism, masculinity, logic, and science and evidence and all that stuff is like super like boom, 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 you know, we kind of like suppress how we feel, and we kind of suppress the validity to feel those emotions as well. Like, why are you angry? Like, you're not supposed to be angry. No, I am supposed to be angry. I can be angry if I want to be angry, all right? And that comes to like my next card, which is Strength. You can see this? It's Strength. And Strength is a card of like surpassing your ego. You know, sometimes your ego can be your emotions, and sometimes this card is a representation of knowing how to alchemize your emotions, your ego, your consciousness, your soul all together. And instead of being like engulfed or act purely based on your emotion, you have this higher level of consciousness taming the ego, which is the, hello, can you focus? The lion, to be like, hey, okay, I feel you, I see you. And sometimes the ego can be really, really scary, you know? The ego can just be like, bitch, if you don't do this, you're gonna die, okay? If you're angry and you don't slap that motherfucker right now, you're gonna die. But truth is, you're not gonna die, all right? And what she is doing is that she's literally like listening to that lion, and she's be like, hey, look, I know you're angry, but you don't have to like roar and like be super unreasonable and like go crazy. Like, we can, you know, coexist together, and I'm gonna listen to you. So these two cards go along together super well. It is basically and what do you say, it's like a resemblance of someone who, you know, can hold space for others' emotions and their emotions, and governs all like relationships, all connections within themselves and with others, and then achieve the state of going beyond their ego, beyond just be like, I'm gonna do what I feel, right? Or beyond like, I'm not gonna feel because it's blah 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 XYZ, right? So someone who has a lot of strength is someone who knows how they feel truly and why they feel the way they do, but they kind of coexist with it and, you know, move with it, I guess. She also has this like realization that like, you know, the power to feel emotion is very powerful, and that's what I think Strength is about in this reading, is that when you let yourself feel, you are giving yourself power of being vulnerable. And that's not for like everyone, because we're not taught to be vulnerable, we're taught to be strong. But strength and strong are two different things, right? Strength is like an inner self-worth, an inner confidence that nobody can take away from you. But strong is like, okay, I gotta appear strong. Or strong is like, I gotta lift like 5 pounds a year I don't know, a day to be this way. It's externally built, but strength is internally built. And that's where the feminine energy is too, because she knows her boundaries, she knows her self-worth. She doesn't have to please anybody. She knows that this is my emotion, and she can self-validate, like, I feel happy, I'm gonna stay here, or I feel sad, I don't have to talk to you right now. That's boundaries, and that's what real strength is about. Which brings me to my last card, which is the World. Yo. All right, so why do you say it was all feminine? You literally see, right, like boobs, and all the other ones also have boobs. Yeah, but this is not gender specific reading, right? I'm just getting this energy of female energy in this reading, obviously, just based on what I'm seeing of the cards. But the World is a card of, it's the last card of the major arcana, which means it's a complete journey. And I think what I'm seeing here is definitely a complete journey of someone who knows their inner strength, of someone who knows like how to coexist with their devilish side. And the World is basically like someone who has a very strong foundation. You know, this is funny because you see the Queen of Cups, she comes from a very like unsolid ground. She comes from a very like emotional roller coaster, uncertain, murky grounds, right? Because she's literally sitting on the water. But then the World, you see this person who's dancing with 4 figures on the corners, and the number 4 usually resembles stability, right? So you have this person who goes on a journey of like feeling their emotions, not suppressing how they feel, accepting their feminine side, setting boundaries, and being able to accept who they are, you know, accept the side of them that maybe they've rejected for a long time. And now she comes out and she's birthed into a whole new person that she has never been before. This is beautiful. It's a beautiful reading. I don't know who needs this message right now, but essentially the strength that you're finding is something that you might feel scared to embrace, or you might feel like it's not accepted in society, but you know, it's just a social norm, right? Strength is the power to know that you're not in the social norm anymore, and your powers are your powers. Your ability to feel other people is your power. That is called an empath. And usually a lot of empaths are labeled as sensitive when they were young. That causes them to shut off the empathy ability, or sometimes that could be telepathy as well. You know, if you're highly an empath, you definitely can have a telepath like ability. But because of the masculine world and the masculine energy, where we have to work so hard, we have to achieve so much, we have to be somebody in society, we have to always do and never go inwards, you know, which is the feminine. It's going inwards. The feminine is about coming inside, the masculine is about going outside and doing. We kind of like excuse me, we kind of don't know what our inner strength is, right? The World is like such a good representation of someone who has super strong and solid boundaries that looks super flexible. Like it's literally flexible because I think it looks like a rope, you know? And she's just dancing, like she's just happy. So I hope that this message resonates with you, and whatever things you're going through, you know, find that feminine strength inside. It's not obvious in the first place, obviously, but you always had it, you know. And I hope this is a helpful video for you. Bye.